Welcome. It's Casual Friday here at the HammerFiberStudio.com. I'm your host, Bobby D, and we're going to have our co-host, Steve Peck, momentarily. So we're excited. Lots of great energy in the community, and we'll tell you about that. We'll give you some more updates that you may have not caught from the Wednesday webcast, but lots of energy. And we're excited about that, and it's all thanks to our community members really sharing the news. We're getting a lot of likes, and we'll give you an update on that. It's quite explosive. So in any case, here we go. So let's give you the point of reference where to find this information about this revolutionary new wireless internet that's going to sweep the U.S. We're going to tell you again today which market area where the service is available, where we're going in early 2018, and there's 3 point of references for websites. So what I want you to really jot down, if you're looking to solve your internet challenges like many of us had to do over the years, right? The first website you want to visit is, first of all, hammercommunity.com, because you may be watching the webcast today on various different portals. This is the live stream webcast, hammercommunity.com, where you get to interact with us, and it's pretty much the only place we can actually engage with you during the webcast. So down below the video stream window, you'll see the grid for you to make your comment, ask your questions, and make it happen with us, right? Because it's community. This is not about me or Steve or management. It's about us. We'll tell you more about that in a moment. Now, the next website you want to jot down is hammerfiber.com. That's where you'll learn about this revolutionary technology. And people say, well, how revolutionary is it? Well, they were awarded a patent, so that's pretty cool on a global scale. That's how revolutionary it is. And we could be here for an hour just talking about it, but we want to keep these webcasts to about, give or take, 15, 20 minutes. And so visit hammerfiber.com to know more about that technology. Very exciting. The next website you want to visit, that's the business information, all the updates about where the company is growing, what they're doing, and why they are pulling all the right strings to be massively successful. That's hammerfiber.biz. I'll repeat it, hammerfiber.biz. That's a corporate website. And we have our Facebook page at facebook.com/new kind of internet. And we're thrilled about what's happened this week. And that the results are, there's 10,000 people involved. Those results, all credit goes to you for the share, the likes, watching the video, engaging with us privately or in the chat. So, and of course, it has a lot to do with the man I'm going to pull in right now, our co-host, because he's pushing the buttons behind the scenes to create a lot of awareness, and we're thrilled about that. So I'd like to welcome on Casual Friday, Steve Peck, our co-host. Steve, welcome again. Yo, baby.
Hey, thanks for having me. How's everything going down?
Hey, down, yeah, down.
Down there.
Well, you know what? We're going to have to address that, because I was trying to keep it a secret, but how can you keep it a secret? You know, that's the value of having great internet. You can work from wherever you want to, right? Down. I'm not down under in Australia. I'm down under in South America. I'm in Rio de Janeiro for the people tuning in for the first time. But how cool is that? And Steve is in Delaware. How cool is that? And the company's in New Jersey. How cool is that? And all of you are
wherever.
All over the place. We're getting international exposure already. A lot of likes, Steve. And hey, I'm hearing myself back. You got your volume going there back in the background, don't you?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I think so. Anyways, Casual Friday. We're going to have fun. We're going to give you some updates on where you can find service. Steve?
Well, I tell you what. Right now, you can get service in Atlantic City. You can get it in Ventnor City, and Margate City, and Longport, New Jersey. Like right now, if you call up Hammer Fiber, it's available in those cities. And next week, we should be announcing some more places where it is available.
Yes, new zip codes within New Jersey. And we've been already campaigning for Baltimore, for people in Baltimore. We're getting, Steve, tremendous reaction for the new Baltimore market that's going to open. Yeah, coming late March, beginning of April 2018. That's no April Fools, that's for sure. They're tooling up. Equipment is being shipped, installation happening. I was talking with the chairman of the board, Mr. Mike Cothill, this week. In fact, I was even had the privilege, Steve, to chat with the people behind the technology who own the patents, and very, very exciting, real nice people. So it's
cool.
They're part of the community, and if they're watching out in Europe, I'll, you know, I won't disclose exactly where they are, but shout out to all of them, right, to everyone. Cool. So what else? Some new stuff?
So one of the things I just wanted to give a shout out to a few people.
Yes.
Right. This first one is I just want to thank him for sharing some love. Kudan basically loved one of our posts, which is really nice. It's nice to see a little heart show up when you go looking for things. Then another one that Peggy actually said that she needed more info. So, and we've reached out to Peggy on Facebook to let her know how she can get it. But for everybody, it's probably good to refresh them just on the things. Like, Bobby, you were talking about some links earlier and ask them to write it down. If they just go to hammercommunity.com, you can find all the links on that page.
Right at the top.
Right,
that's
they're on the top. We actually have 2 links lower in the page where you can go and find out about the people, and you can also find out about the technology. So all of that's there. You can also go to archives and everything. Basically, if you go to hammercommunity.com, you can find the way to get to all those other places. And you can also leave your comment where we'll respond to it. We'll guarantee we'll respond to those comments right away.
Yeah. And by the way, Facebook, on our community site, right, on Facebook, New Kind of Internet, are telling us that people are receiving response within 3 hours. So we're doing okay. We'd like to improve that, of course, but there's been a lot of comments, a lot of private chats going on, so
yep.
Very cool stuff. We talked about last week some of this protocol. You know, people, Steve, as we know through the campaigning on Facebook, running multiple ads, you're seeing us from multiple dimensions. A lot of people very discontent, especially Baltimore, Jersey, about their internet, and they're voicing it. But it's one thing. We need to do something about it. Protocol.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, we even had one of our ads is a little direct, and the ad asked the question, does your internet suck? Right? Beep. Yeah. And Lewis gave us some comment, a direct comment to that, and his comment was pretty clear. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. And that's one of many, right? A lot of people.
So hopefully we'll be able to get Lewis hooked up. And
so how do they do that, Steve? I mean, what's the protocol for them to engage with us? I mean, what's the best way? Let's keep it simple, right?
So if they go to hammercommunity.com, there's a place there to leave comments.
Right.
And
at the top.
It's underneath the video. So normally, like, you could be watching us live there now. Normally, you'll find a replay of the last webinar there, or the last webcast there. But underneath that is a place to put comments, and they show up on Facebook, and they also show up on that page. But it's a place where we can monitor them, so we know what we're sure. The more ads and things we have going, the more people we're trying to reach using the internet, the harder it is, because there's so many places there that if you leave a comment on a particular ad, we may not see it. But if you leave it here at hammercommunity.com, we'll see it, and we'll make whatever changes, or we'll be able to respond to it and get you whatever answer you're looking for.
Yeah, and sometimes we'll respond privately to you, and sometimes we'll respond publicly because it affects other people. People have similar comments or questions, so we're there to serve. And by all means, just know this as a community member here. When you ask a question, you're serving a lot of people, because a lot of people have similar thoughts, similar questions, but sometimes they're a little shy and they don't dare ask the question. So ask your question, you're serving a lot of people. And Steve, and I'm going to give the link because some people like to know the URL directly, especially for those of you who want good internet in those market areas that Steve talked about, Atlantic City, Ventnor City, Margate City, and Longport. There's a link, hammercommunity.com/why. Tell us why you want and deserve good internet, whether it's for social or business. And we're tooling up to do some wonderful things if you interact with us on that link. All right?
Yeah, tell us why. We have some surprises coming.
Oh,
some
serious
big surprises.
Very. But you have to engage. We don't know who you are until you engage with us. All right? So that's the way she works. Right, Steve? So cool.
That is it.
Yeah. How cool was it Wednesday? Some of you didn't catch our Wednesday, but we're expanding content, right? Ultimately, the Hammer Community channel will be 24/7 with content. And we're currently Wednesday, corporate updates, Fridays casual, with connecting with members. But, November 14th, big announcement on Wednesday, and I'll share with you guys again, is that we're bringing some business content. Now, not everyone's here for business, but those of you who want to learn how to market on the internet, my goodness. John Mejia from the BusinessZoneTVShow.com. He's already doing that show in the Tampa Bay area on regular television. He's agreed every Tuesday starting November 14th at 12 p.m. North American Eastern. He'll be live with us here in the Hammer studio and interacting with you guys. And again, you want to catch the archive of Wednesday. We did a nice little overview of his expertise and what he can help you with. And watch the archive, right? Again, Steve mentioned it. There's a link. Is it titled Archive, Steve? I'm going.
It's. I think it says Archive.
Okay, perfect. Go to the Wednesday archive and learn about the BusinessZoneTVShow.com happening here starting November 14th. And I'm going to put Steve on the spot.
What's that?
Well, you're doing amazing work with us, for us, with the community member.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
I mean, these 10,000 likes, you know, you're pushing all the right buttons to reach people. You've been marketing online for a long time. I know you don't want to reveal your age.
Yeah, no, but I've been around a while. But just to give you an idea, I was introduced to the personal computer before the IBM PC was invented.
He's old.
Microsoft wasn't even really there yet.
Right. So, but you've developed skills. You got a marketing degree. You can help business people. So I'm going to put you on the spot. Look, we're going to have John Mejia on Tuesday for his own show. We got the Wednesday corporate update. We got the Friday casual Friday with our members. We got a slot open on Thursday. What if you shared some of your internet brilliance and help entrepreneurs get more exposure for their business?
Actually, I'd be happy to do that. That'd be great.
All right, well, cool. Pull out your calendar. Let's put it. We're going to put them on the spot. We're going to put them on the spot. When would you like to start?
Thursday, we said, right?
Yeah, Thursday.
I'm committing before I even look at the calendar. That's pretty bad.
Eastern. That'd be cool. Yeah.
Well, if we're going to do Thursday,
yep.
And this will just give me a little bit of time to get some stuff together, and not really conflict with starting John Mejia next week. Then we have Thanksgiving. So why don't we start the week after Thanksgiving, which is
U.S. Thanksgiving.
U.S. Thanksgiving, United States Thanksgiving. So if you're from New Jersey or Baltimore, if that's where you came from to get on here, you'll know that it's the Thanksgiving in the United States. And we'll do that, I think it's November 30th is that the Thursday we'll do that. At noon, right?
So you heard it here on Community Friday. So you like that, give us a thumbs up. You want to get some marketing tips to help your own business? Thursday, starting November 30th. Okay, I'm writing it down.
Yeah, my thought is we're going to do a lot of that. We're going to do it by letting people drive what we talk about by their questions.
Ah, beautiful.
I already have, I have a lot of people who send me questions already, so I'll start with those to seed it. But after that, people can send their questions in. We'll get them addressed, and
very interactive.
It'll be good. Be a good thing.
So our commitment to, like, hey, of course, we all want good internet, but what can you do with great internet? You'll get the content, and there's a little science to our madness as well, because some market areas won't be till later in 2018. We want you to connect with us. Connect here at hammercommunity.com, and we're going to give you a good reason to show up and to share the good news, because it's all high-level quality content that people pay. What, Steve, your clients are paying you, what, $250 an hour for this content?
Yeah, exactly.
And this is like gratis because you like me? Because you
It's
love
fun.
the people.
No, it's good.
It's fun. That's the key word, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's fun, and it's really important to know like what you can do with good internet. And
Yes.
This will give you a preview of the 30th.
Yeah. You got a few
Marketing,
stories
yeah, is really about relationships, right?
nowadays.
And a lot of the questions I get, I have a list. It's not right here in front of me, but I have a list. A lot of the questions are really around how do I get it going, right?
Right.
And I'll just jot down like comments so I can remember when I come back, right? And the key, right? If you want a key, it's using the internet to build relationships. And if you do that, and given that you can reach anywhere in the world pretty much with the internet, it's pretty wide open.
It really is. And it's
pretty
fun.
big thing, man. Big pool.
But people sometimes have to adjust their philosophies on how to do things in order to be successful. And you've had your success, and it's
I've had my non-successes,
of course,
right?
and that's the
which is where we really learn from.
Yep,
we learn from the non-successes. So that's a good thing.
And we're not going to hide those because I think people can relate. Hey, I've tried that and it didn't work, but you know why it didn't work because you're very analytical. Talk a little bit about real quick. You got not a major in physics or something like that?
I do. I have an undergraduate degree in physics.
There you go. So you need to be wired.
So I do know how to add with a calculator.
So for the people out there, he's got different neurons in his brain that I don't have because I can't overanalyze anything. But it's important in business and marketing to look at activity, right, Steve? And say, okay, that didn't work, that didn't work. That didn't work, this worked, and once you find the one that works, you can replicate on demand nowadays, right?
Right, and unlike, there's a lot of different ways people teach marketing and do marketing. Some's more successful than others. One of the things that I believe, and lots of people do, but one of the things I certainly believe is that you need to be able to measure just about everything, because then when it's not working, it's not like, oh, it doesn't work. It's, oh, where isn't it working, and what can I do to change that thing?
Give us an example of something that has to be measured so people are not wasting money or energy, right? On the wrong approach.
We'll make it real easy. So, and you're watching us on the internet, we do a lot of stuff on Facebook, so we'll use Facebook as an example. So let's say you run an advertisement on Facebook, right? And there's a whole bunch of parameters that go into the advertisement. But let's say people are watching the advertisement and they're clicking the advertisement at a rate that you're okay with, right? Whatever that is, right? You're paying so much for those people to click and go to your landing page, like your website. But they don't do anything when they get to your website. And you measure those two things. Well, what do? Do you throw up your hands, which is one option? Oh, screw it. It doesn't work. Or do you look and say, oh, look, people are clicking on my ad, but maybe I need to do something on my website because nobody's doing anything. Right. And focus your energy there. Learn what it takes to get somebody to take the next step there. Could be your messaging. Could be all kinds of things. But you at least know where to focus. Then you can get your little microscope out and change stuff. And what's really critical is the changes can be tiny.
Yes.
I've run ads where this is actually a landing page. I changed one word on a landing page, and the conversion rate went from 6%. That means that 6 out of every 100 people were leaving their information to 26%, I think. It was right around there. We're now leaving. That's 26 out of 100.
One word.
One word, exactly.
One word. You didn't change the video or the graphic. You didn't change the page. One word. In the headline,
changed a different word and tested it. Basically, marketing online marketing especially is a huge test. And because it's really so flexible, you can actually test things. You can have an idea, test it, and within 3, 4, 5 days, the answer, whether this was a good idea or not. It's not, you don't have months and you don't have all this energy invested and money invested in trying to figure out is A better than B. You can do it pretty quickly.
And some people, I'm sure, are listening, like I used to listen to people like you, say, yeah, well, oof, that sounds expensive to start marketing online, right? So in comparison to traditional media?
I mean, it's one, it's super targeted, one, and you can start advertising with a really small budget. So like on a Facebook, you can advertise for $5 a day, right? It's going to limit your, basically what happens is it has to do with the speed at which you can move, right? Sure. So at $5 a day, you're going to move not as quickly as at $20 a day, and not as quickly as you could move at $100 a day, but at $5 a day, you can get started.
Is the data as accurate for someone who starts in a small, and it may not even be $5 a day, it may be $5 a week, right?
Well, it turns out that on Facebook, their minimum is $5 a day.
Oh, it is. Okay, so $5 a day, do the math. But when people engage at that entry level, for example, are they getting the same kind of quantification?
They are. It just takes longer.
It takes longer.
So it's really a function of, you know, it's a function of how much money you can invest, and it really relates more to speed than anything else.
Right.
If you can invest more, you can get more people viewing, so you can tell this. You've had, you know, if you have 5 people visit your website and 2 people click, you don't really know anything.
Right.
But if you have 100 people visit your website and now however many click, let's say it's 20 people click, now you really know that, oh, 20% of the people are responding to this. Beautiful. Do I need more than that, less than that? You have something to work with.
Beautiful.
But so, you know, so the point is, if you don't have a lot, you can still do it. It just takes a little longer.
So starting November 30th, we're really going to get into the meat of it with Steve Peck. Thursday, the 30th, 12 o'clock North American Eastern. We're going to bring content. Yeah, it's about internet, hammer fiber technology, taking it coast to coast in the U.S. But what do we do while we're setting up operation? We're connecting with people who really want. We're going to bring you that kind of valuable content, again, with H. John Mejia, starting November the 14th at 12 p.m. North American Eastern. The BusinessZoneTVShow.com right here from the Hammer Fiber Studio. And it is live, folks. We are not doing what some of the people do, and there's no perfection in what we do. We're actually live. You want to test it, engage with us. We'll mention your name. We'll answer your questions. Some people record the show and they put it like, they make it look like it's live, right? You want to test the theory? Engage with us live, right, at hammercommunity.com. Steve.
I'm looking right now to see if anybody has left us a comment this morning.
Right.
Or this afternoon, if you're where you are.
Yeah, even management, employees from Hammer Fiber. I know they often in Jersey, woof, woof. Shout out to all of them at the Hammers corporate. Sometimes you're watching, but engage with us. Let us know, hey, is the stream good? Is the quality good? Are you excited about the pumpkin shirt? I don't know. It's Halloween next week, right? So pumpkin.
It is. It's coming up really fast.
That's right.
And there's a lot of eerie things around my house.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what.
If you're into that.
It's going to be fun. So let's wrap it up, Steve, for this week. Give our viewers that are live and shy from interacting, because we know there's a lot of people listening. There's also a lot of people watching the archive. So for either audience, live or archive, what's your advice? Going into
my advice?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Give him a nugget about life or something, or Halloween, or
so
whatever you want.
Here's my real advice: is ask people, or get in touch with what people really want, not what they tell you they want, what they really want.
Right.
And that's whether it's you doing it in business or you're doing it in your family. What is it that really lights them up?
Right. Cool. And you know what? What I'm thinking is, as well as we expand our interaction with people Tuesday to Friday, we could pull in people through their webcam to interact with you at H. John.
Sure.
You know, to really be part of the energy. And by the way, when you do that, you get some nice promotional exposure, right, for who you are and what you do. So Engage with the community. We're going to help create exposure for those of you who want exposure for your ideas, your business, your products, your services. And we can tool it up for you to come in and have a segment of the show to talk about what you're most passionate about, right?
Yeah. And it's really an opportunity. If you're not happy or you're not satisfied with the quality internet that you have, or if you think that it's a shame that the United States is, I don't know where they are in the list of good quality internet. They're not very close to the top.
They're not
if
top
those
10.
Are things,
yeah.
If you think that's a shame, well, here's a chance to actually weigh in and help do something about that for yourself and for the rest of the people here in the United States.
You got it. So cool. We're going to grow together. It's been a phenomenal week, and we broke the 10,000 mark. Steve, I don't know where we're at. You probably can see the stats better. I'm doing other stuff, but we broke the 10,000 likes on our Facebook page, New Kind of Internet. So thank you, and we're going to grow together, and we're going to serve you with great internet, great content, and a connection with people that can make a real difference in your life. That's what this community is all about. I'm thrilled to be part of it. And I love doing it. And give us your feedback. We love to hear from you at hammercommunity.com. Steve, I'll see you next week, bro.
Sweet. Have a great weekend.
All right. Very cool. So it's a wrap. Yes. Well, I got a little treat for you guys closing the show. You know, have fun for Halloween for sure.
All right.
I want to see people's photos, the Halloween shots. Hey, maybe they could do that. What have you done special for Halloween? And send us your photos, and we'll post them on our next show, next Friday. What'd you do for Halloween? Cool. All right, later. So, Bobby D here for Hammer Fiber Studio and the Hammer Fiber Internet Technology. We're extremely thrilled of your enthusiasm for what's really going on. And what's really going on is growth. People are voicing their discontentment for bad internet. Therefore, we can do something about it. We can champion your cause to bring hammerfiber.com internet to your community, to your neighborhood. But you've got to make us aware. You've got to engage with us. And it's going to be a very dynamic closing of 2017. And I cannot imagine. I'm probably going to have to get seat belts for everybody to harness ourselves in for 2018. But tremendous growth. We'll see you on Wednesday for the next show, corporate update at 12 p.m. North American Eastern. And have a great Halloween, and we'll see you then. All right, we'll see you after. Enjoy. Ciao for now.